Hello, Tubies, and how are you all doing? I hope you're doing fantastically fabulous, and if you're not, well then you've got some serious problems of your own to figure out. No, don't you? So, we're here today to discuss a spell for safe travel, okay? Now, don't forget, you gotta go to the description, you have to click that link, and you have to watch Lunar Wisdom's video on this because she's probably going to do an actual spell for you. If you don't do any of that, then you have to unsubscribe from me, okay? Thanks for watching, bye-bye. Now, you're still here? Okay, fine, we'll do the video. Okay, so when we think about safe travels, we're thinking about traveling somewhere. We're thinking about getting out of the house and going somewhere, whether it's a road trip, whether it's a plane trip, whether it's a, I don't know, an Uber trip. Who the hell cares what it is? If you're taking public transportation, what I like to do, because public transportation is dirty and gross and nasty and all the energies on there are just gross and dirty and nasty and just disgusting. Like, the second you look at a bus, you want to take a shower, okay? You really want to take a shower. So, what I like to do before I go, if I have to take public transit, is I'll sage myself, because Jesus Christ, I need to get rid of my energies, and then when I get back from my travels, I'll sage myself again, because I need to get rid of all those energies. I will carry a piece of black tourmaline, not this big, but, you know, a small piece. I've got tourmaline rings and necklaces, and tourmaline is really great for protecting against negative energies. It absorbs negative energies, okay? It absorbs them and it locks them in there and they never get out. And the best way to cleanse one of these is to put them by selenite or under a full moon or in some salt. The second thing I like to carry with me is quartz crystal. Again, obviously not this big, but I've got rings and necklaces made of quartz crystal, and I like to carry that because it keeps me level-headed, it keeps me focused, it keeps me balanced. And the last thing I'll carry is some amethyst. Now, this is a very dark color of amethyst. It usually is purple and white or slightly pink or whatever. Oh, Jesus Christ, if I could stop dropping the damn thing. But no, so this I will carry so that the energies that are around me or, you know, that I have are calm. Not so much about love and balance and healing, but calm. And they're pokey. So, I mean, you get too close, bitch, I'm gonna stab you. Not literally, but I like to put up bubbles around me when I go out in public places that have little pokey pieces on them, because you get too close, motherfucker, you're gonna get stabbed.
Going to the family gatherings, and I can't eat anything because there's all this meat there. And so what I want to do is I want to take over Christmas. I'm going to tell everybody, don't worry about cooking. I'm going to take care of everything, cook everything. But what they don't know is that when they get there, everything's going to be vegetarian. And I'm hoping that they can be vegetarians by 2014. So that's my plan. What you think?
Yeah, you're going to get stabbed.
So, if I'm traveling by car and I'm going, say, from Canada to Vegas, I will sage my car. I'll sage the whole thing, okay? And I always have a piece of tourmaline, quartz, and amethyst with me at all times, okay? Sometimes I'll get some rose quartz, which looks very similar to this piece of amethyst, but it's actually more in the shape of this, and it's rose color. So, the important thing to understand that when you're traveling is that you want to make sure that it's going to be safe travels. So you have to do the mundane first. So let's say, for example, you're going by car. So you want to make sure that your car is able to drive as far as you need to go. For example, when I went to Vegas, I took the car in and was like, you need to check every single thing on this car to make sure she is going to get me from here to Vegas and back. That includes all the fluids, all the oil, all the tires, all the pressures, all the brakes, the steering wheel, everything. Everything has to be checked and double checked to make sure that this bitch gonna get me from point A to point B. So that's the mundane aspect of it. The other mundane aspect of it is making sure that where you're going is not dangerous. Okay, and that you are letting people know where the hell you're going. That you're not just disappearing into the middle of butt-fuck nowhere. That you're actually saying, hey guys, I'm going to such and such place. On the magical side, the sage and the crystals, you know, I mean, it's pretty new agey bullshit, but at the same time, it works. I mean, it works. You could cast protection spells on your vehicle so that your vehicle has bubbles of protection around it, because, you know, sometimes sitting in traffic, you get those assholes who will cut you off just because they can, or they're just fucking morons, okay? Just because they can. So for me, my recommendation when it comes to magic for safe travels is sage your vehicle or yourself or whatever, put up your bubbles of protection, and remember, as I've been talking throughout the series, you need to layer your protections. You need to layer. You don't need to be no wet paper bag who pretending to cast themselves away when they ain't doing shit. But you need some protections, okay? And it's not even protections against witches. Every time, I'm so sick and tired of seeing this. Every time on YouTube, anybody talks about protections, it's protections against other witches. Fuck other witches, okay? Fuck them. They may be on the road, but, you know, if they're paying attention to the road, they're not gonna cast magical spells at you. Like, what do you think? A witch is sitting in her car with a cauldron and she's stirring it and she's like, I curse you! I curse you! Like, motherfucker, please. Ain't no bitch got time for that. At least I know I don't. I'm too busy dancing. I'm dancing to my music in my car. I'm dancing to my music in my car. See, this is what I do. I don't have time to curse a bitch. So, but you know, you want to protect yourself from those negative energies. You want to protect yourself from other people's energies. And the best way to do that is to carry crystals on you and to sage your car. Now, it's funny. I got a story for you. I saw a woman driving down one of our freeways. Our freeways are 3 lanes wide. Your guys' 3 lanes in America are like 6 and terrifying. But ours here are about 3 lanes, and they're about between, 60 and 70 miles an hour. So about like, what is that, like 100? Somewhere close to 100 kilometers an hour is our freeway speed. But where I'm going with this is that I saw some woman. We were jammed up in traffic, and she's sitting there with a giant sage stick just waving it around, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, woman. So maybe there are some witches who got time to be casting spells while they sitting in traffic. But, you want to be wrapping yourself in a bubble, you want to be wrapping your vehicle in a bubble, you want to be wrapping your passengers in a bubble. If you're going on transit, you want to be doing the bubble thing too. And if you're going on plane, the bubble thing as well. Now, ain't nothing gonna save you if that plane falls out of the sky. Ain't nothing gonna save you. Ain't nothing gonna save you. Now, the other thing is that if you're traveling by train, bus, boat, airplane, whatever, carrying crystals with you, you can charge the crystals. What a lot of people don't know that you can do is that you can actually charge these with specific intentions. So this one particularly, I always charge as a grounding crystal. So when I'm doing spell work, especially when I'm astral traveling, because coming back from astral traveling is very difficult. Especially, it's even more difficult for new witches, because you feel like you're trapped on the astral plane, but you're actually on the physical plane. And even as I've been doing this for as long as I have, I still get stuck in what I call the in-between. It's where you're not quite on the astral plane and you're not quite on the physical plane. You maybe have one foot in both. And I use this crystal to help bring me back to reality, to the physical plane. And I've charged this one to give me energy to draw from. Okay, to capture energy and to let me draw from this. And black tourmaline, I've got this spread all over the house. Half the time, the negative energy that comes my way just gets absorbed into these things. Okay? So that's how I would do safe travels types of spells. It's more about protection than it is anything else. And remember to layer your protections. Now, if I'm going through an area that's got lots and lots of cops, hello Arizona, not only do I do the speed limit, but I also like to make my vehicle invisible. I will just be sitting there driving and I will just think my vehicle is invisible. My vehicle is invisible. Nobody can see me. And I just zoom on through, sometimes speeding, when there's cops around. But anyways, so that is basically what I would do. Now, don't forget to go down to that description, click that link, check out Lunar Wisdom's video. And if you don't watch her video, you're gonna make her sad. And then I have to come at you with a Louisville slugger.